But from today, stand up to these people and tell them the truth. No matter how you do it, do it. And for some of us, you have been guided by the principles of Evangelist Kofi Appiah. If you see the truth, say it. And do everything you do anytime there's a microphone in front of you, out of your true conviction and from your heart. And you true love you are coming. Whether you are right or wrong, say it. Let your conscience lead you in any statement you make on radio. If the results turn out to even be negative, you will not get your conscience dealing with you. And I think that is what Kofi Appiah stood for. And the first person who so posted anything about him was Yao Sanogo. And Yao Sanogo has been one person. They be on a kaime about Evangelist Kofi Appiah. I don't know what he has done for him, but our special place be with him. I want a brabum. And they be our postino. No posti amachi the song be. And people posted the video na near bono. Now I think said the caption we all get from it and they say heaven spare any baby I echo. And I am a kai kwame dinkaka say me see if you say oba asasi so a. And yet how long ababa obebo. Nemu no say even if unfia obedi asasi so ye short mpa, it's about what you do with it. Because even Christ the assassin so just 33 years. If you ask one boy on commit my transfer to so back so I'm convinced everything I was saying me my buy. But it was about the impact, not about the longevity of Umfia Udi. And it be a Kofi Appiah and my friend, a veteran journalist. Bakakana or you know, inspire a lot of the young journalists in terms of upholding the truth and standing up to what you really believe in on any platform. And I didn't know a many evangelists want to say, not on who and Kofa who are like him easily. He doesn't need you to do program 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there 2 minutes. Okay, so Akwawe, he's like me. He wants to speak the truth. And no credit, it will be very, very uncomfortable saying it today. But I'm telling you, say no crown 80,000 years ago, you will be remembered for the truth.
Of course, definitely. Well, it's here for High Nhyira 104.5. Your number one account radio station. Also live on Asempa 94.7 in Accra, ABC 100.9 Tamale. Now, I would want some day, but the name of me Kaya Kofi Appiah. And a fake pepe Kofi Appiah exactly 1 year. Kofi Appiah is free a year yenchen.
I did Timmy the day, I was part of it. Yamin Pengulesi me Humpoa, Kokugano Font me Kagano football history. Nasam Pakanyan be an only bibium, Evangelist Adaiti. Only bibium no, or Betty Gano for Bakai, Kofi Appiah be a boy no, small boy no, or Brammy Kongana football, it is your Koku, Yadanyasi.
Obi Joyce. Menu me na yakoi. Yeah. That day na I was that day said the mantie pa ready for super. Na I was. And you know afi pepe pa to free and check.
No correct chairman. And difficult to say, you know, but is it the Yenya evangelist yes from Kone say Kaotia say na enyoma bebre o afi no enyoma bi omo yesisi anu anka omo nye Oyobia he has a clean heart, open minded, and to be very frank with you, Sanka Kofi Appiah or FA4 financial statement and report for the year ended 30th June 2019 and a legacy debt Minyansa pokra de nature ma meko no week akra.
Okay, you.
Me pese me hwe profit maximization and win maximization in the case of Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
All right,
he wants answers, and a year no chairman Obeka is Minister of Youth and Sports by me sure say your football personality be our my year na say. It meant he made that impact. What was his
the chief directors, chief accountants?
It was
Randy Abe.
It was big.
George Free. I mean,
let's have one football phone.
Amanda Clinton.
It was great.
Amanda Clinton.
Yes, Amanda Clinton. But it was a great atmosphere. But again, the realities of life, sir. Enyoma mienu pe na sika ntumi control say ebewo ene say obewu nimna no ewo nyame ankasa nsem, and say na your new path to Ghana footballer Evangelist Kofi Appiah play a critical role. Simple in living, na brabo no nya complex, or yes, he's the definition of simplicity. And send you see to me ede nyame asem Bible mu nsem efra abraba ye boy name esa di real football. I still don't me nim dientia nyame to nsa frɛ no, but ni nyina wo nyame sem 1 year on. I wish Sanka we had a lecture, Evangelist Kofi Appiah lecture on honesty, truth, because the truth will stand, and being yourself. Kofi was different. Oh yeah, a different guy, man. It's some trade money there. We need Kofi be share juma, but Kofi living no. Well, I was saying that same no chairman juma no. My boys are them. Boys not them. But that Kofi was the example. Kofi is irreplaceable. Is simply replaceable. And the other can say, chairman. Chairman, this time ka mama funu soko. Mami nyame empe baby pambane na on tosu en twasu en sre nyame ho adom ene nyansa emma Ghana football. Isan say the passion for the growth of our game no was undisputed. May his soul rest in peace.
Okay, Christian, quick one. Yemra yensam na so.
Nipa mu pa so who deal with them nipa mu create team so wuska.
Ibo mere. Omo tumi esa wuska. Aye.
When you are dealing with that people you need to be very, very, very careful.
Yeah.
Power and money. Or to me kakra. No start with scatter actually. And when you begin to speak truth to such people, to have that boldness to speak truth to such people. And yeah, about 2016 elections, and they said we must learn to speak truth to power. And throughout Evangelist's career as a journalist, he was always telling truth to power. The sad reality of life, and they say a part of human beings, but that's a full grip of it. Accepting ye. One constant feature of humanity is death. One day we will go. But death but what we now how you be remembered is what we call your legacy. And who here papa. Then they utiayala uti wangasa so no uti ubia legacy sa kufija to actually no say he left a very good footprint. Or jade maybe at one man chima betimi ahweso ne atimi asua no. Yentimi and go back to time and bring him back. But we can learn from his legacies and carry the fight on. nyama bebrebe hono mu a ebia Kofi ntimi anya nwie. But let's go back and look at Kwafa so yen nyoma. Na yen toaso and make sure say speaking power to truth, speaking truth to power. Adi is free Kofi ho. And no matter how powerful a person is, when you hold the truth, speak that truth to that person. Si anya news betimi hold people in power accountable. Tamo society is doomed. Ya jume kura kasa any microphone you cry. And what we can only do as journalists is to be able to be very bold and in the face of even threat, speak the truth. And Kofi Aja is our legacy, no. And as long as we also live, our legacy is not Kofi Aja to we will continue to follow that path and host his legacies on earth. In Chomukra, we are sure that there are so many people. Kofi Koye no, Jumani Kuram, Yuguswa ya. Na say asama do your minus Kofi look back, he will realize that a Juman was shasi no. Sebi, wanyan to us among for me so beto aso a omo carry the same path, and holding people in power accountable. Okay. I Nhyira 104.5 Asampa 94.7 FM.
Una ma ye ni say yemfanse ani ano say yemfanka yesren kwatintin nyansa ne apomudi yo waso no ontie yo wani no onhwe yo wano no onka we ani nyansa po.
All right, don't forget and check near the Nyansapono Eba. Minister for Dodona and a friend, no more castle and saying Nyansapono Emma in your mamma can hear you, calls Nina and then Nyansapova back. Any him son and said, the man Nyansaponia Igakano, interviews who do be a bit fair, a lot of the time. But still, after Referendum Gupama interview with us, or can say a lot of the things that what every almost some of kind about legacy debt and any no false no. They say and take him free no. I say Ayala, you're surprised this long as it looks like the silence is too loud. I mean every silence is too loud on this particular subject. For their image, say everything what can be the immediate past finance committee chairman. Say some how can just it will also like lies. Eventually, I mean everyone kind of blatantly, but in fair person just say the whole and everything is still busy there. Everyone I decided to go silent on the matter. Well, yes, silence means consent, of course. If the FA is silent, then you pre-assume that and the more all can be Nasubi or to be up say on the near said and 70 and Bundesliga week 2 after a lockdown and also and match back also Hertha Berlin any Union Berlin the boy na 4-0 in favor of Hertha Berlin and match I basso and there were a number of matches on so and also a basso na live on a sampa exactly 1:30 they Mainz and Leipzig match no and they ever live on a sampa baby one kind important baby they also until the better as a pair for noty a commentary and a whole answer no more a global media alliance of course more engagements I hold on no course within the week there were a number of issues it be raising and I am ponsa a cancer kaka Georgia Free was there with the second Upama candidate Wakotokoni has CEOs about the impact of COVID-19 on football. How to vote see 2/3 of the revenue card they say Ayira. Kumasi Asante Kotoko so Jama say they are relying on Dr. Chei so no one finance club no because baby do no sika any baby omo ekwakofa ni nyina no eyense ba behwe nemom yenhwase emfamfiri Sami Osekufo na Sami Osekufo asem no say Ghana yenyina eni abre eni ngoji AFCON the next AFCON yenje ose listen yanye careful 38 years na ya twen no ebeye longer say you put in measures bia ebeboa ama AFCON no ye de abagana
Ebema you wait no because Minister Ireland has been making this point for some time. But I know it's
gonna hurt some people, but I have to. We shouldn't even think by going and winning the African Cup of Nations now. We think about the 6 years. We should give ourselves 6 years. What is our philosophy? What is our plan? What is our system? What is our concept? This is where we should target. It's like we have our Samoa and we have the AIU, so by all means we have to go and win the African Cup of Nations. No, we shouldn't put pressure on CK. We should allow him to build the momentum of the team. We should build something like we have an academy or whatever it is. We'll build the players because the quality that in those days, like you are talking about 82, 78, from all the way to now, is not still the same. There's a little bit difference. But if we can give him a chance for him to build what he wants to build and bring his idea, bring his philosophy and strategy, plan, I think we can go places. You know, anytime Ghana go to tournament, we don't plan, but we prepare. There's a difference between preparation and planning. So if we don't plan, you cannot win. If you prepare, you lose. So we prepare for only just the tournament, and after the tournament, nobody talk about a blast game. No, I don't believe in that. I think we need to plan ahead of the tournament and be after the tournament. If we don't do that, it's going to be very difficult for CK. And I hope that people understand his concept, where he's coming from, and build a team. Voting different level with the foundation, the way he's thinking. Because CK has been, he has played with so many players, he has been and so many coaches. And we recently see what he's doing with Kotoko in terms of African Cup of Nations. So if we dance, I think there's a potential we can build on it.
Sami Kofosi man 6 years. 6 years. Not yam planning. We should have an identity as a nation in terms of our football. Yenya be right. Then AFCON no. They are dream who say Kwakoji. Coach Enzo Coach Ignatius. Coach move your pay cut and answer move the money pay cut in 11 wonders. Move the pay cut no. As I say Kwanum ni mkumu jiska kasa do am 20 scan
11 wonders. Anya no crack. Miante sa. 11 wonders there. Nana. Enti mi sisa. Oni mi CEO no. So oni mi CEO. Come. So oni mi pa. Oni na amiazo. Ja. Or Sheikh Mansour area ho.
Oh area ho.
Fine.
Okay, that's it for your full house. You're support about enche, but me say voices are hold on some hold on course within the week ni na no. You're ba minimum that story about John Kufo. Yeah. John Kufo abenta no si akama sa tikotoko. Na say bi atwa me say. Yes ako na say go be kante. You see so ako ka
Nhyira no fo ano anya de so oti ahwe no na coach azemide na sorry to say nipples no I don't know how that is possible. Well,
you do know
a long time about over 3 years now. Oh, the first year because Ethiopia by that was 2017. 1st January 2017, and I issue this year. I don't know what quality about 2020 fresh year. The first almost the only thing in I don't know if I will say you or not, but them and there some small misunderstanding and the combine pushing the you put it here, let me show you what you show you there. All the machine and my friend for a minute of all. We give from the Chico, it is show you none of the head to end. It is show you the way to the two bar, let's go. Give me 4 down now, no matter what, or my talk to you fully busy. You should, if you are not a tree, why it's not a crowd. That's for what we are 17 long time, walk all to the new crowd. You could have anyone for the water. Would be a thing, baby. 3 years, you could have been in your view. What I go for that in the diary. And you never come to one two. And I didn't go to the about now what do you say? And I say, that is a fool. Now, money at the fall. If you go walk and the data, the Anna, you have a boat, for the Abbasi, Yano, and this woman, and Yamakuya. That is I that's the case. Yes, the cruise to
okay, Mahusa, Ebenezer Dako Sibu, Ose, had a drink at Chiana, I do minka. Now, Obi wa chechim. Ose otia hindo so ni mujo overturn zona. I don't know for no but send na ona o si work
say answer na nipples no be activated no say feeling kakra o say ko body nim. And no natural protruded
Adienching etevo. Any a jungle for some adienching.
Assault case I was a room kakra. Yeah, mechanics, how was it possible say obani to form na
was it not so called son and too many at the top of Johnson to man pie. Tears of banners half a day.
Okay. Let me see.
Send the
but see case no see actually.
General so okay, well, only a jungle for the end, but you're very nearby than support so. Now, your team didn't just Ghana League party, Ozumubim, Ghana, Debbie.
Ni kakra ubomo Tauranga o place na mutu kwa outside ni manema ni na muba yana kwa mtu kana lipini then kama kana lipina ya chat so that's over na wewe na una ukipata na kola biba because of one I get to the most story too so no manema na wewe ni na just send the kama and then kwa yo tia le biwa awaja pata pamoja na mwenye ya kwenye via zake Zimbabwe bila oboa nese asemdila kwa if you not uko outside Ghana you can say we need 45 years 44 years no oboa but
well, I don't know, Jungle for I say Hano, yeah, I know my when you Nakasana Bibri, no, and I'm as say when I saw more Ghana League in the beam. And within the week, Yana, president of the Ghana Football Association, Ketu Kweku, also the truth just say for every player getting the chance to play for the Black Stars is a blessing.
We need to go back to the fundamentals, but climbing up, our Black Stars struggled at the last AFCON. Perhaps the worst performance ever in 20 years, going out of the competition in the round of 16. It is very clear that we need to build a team that is strong, that believes that representing your country is the best blessing you can ever have. We need to find players who will be 110 or 1 million % committed towards the national cause. That is not to say that the players who have been representing us have not been there for Ghana, but it's very clear that we need to raise the adrenaline levels of everybody involved in the Black Stars to ensure that we become conquerors again on the African continent. Everybody who has been appointed to work for any of our national teams know exactly what we want. They know exactly what the nation expects, and obviously everybody is prepared to sacrifice for that common cause.
And so, I don't know, a few of and some key highlights of Global Media Alliance, some more engagements I would do with some of the football personalities with regards to COVID-19 impact on air football and sports generally. Now, I know that I am Ponsa, I say F, Oma ye insensitive to football clubs and needs in this era of COVID-19.
I'm very insensitive to its members during this COVID era, and I mean no words. I had then COVID in brain. Me, I was expecting self investing in some PPs, maybe a max so 500 max 60 year players, maybe winning players. And the man they are renovating the FA building. My FA building, a beautiful haircut. Now we now members in COVID. What do you have during this COVID period? You cancer. Almost second war. Yeah, they quite operational. We know more cancer. I don't know more tons. 4x4 now. More tons. First can be my clubs.
Well, Nana Ponsa. It's some interesting. You remember Sonia Babe, and I said, Jordan Free and so simply.
Kayenya's opportunity when you necessarily say, Yenina bet near Shiafa, you bet me actually move into zones and divide the Congress into certain zones we are discussing. We are back out. I must say, you really start here football now. We will not be going back. A typical example is near my APP and say, Bini say, you see, young more 18 club league. You put a committee together. This is the right time where you can discuss that. No problem at all. But you need to go back to that statute and read it carefully. Go back to that Creative 169 what it talks about. It was talking about representation in Congress. And the same representation in Congress, and no play 48 clubs and then why are we reverting back? Is it because in the statutes? Can't the statutes be amended? And the never be why you before say this is the opportune time starting league now. We'll start it in a very fresh footer. We'll be able to be in the air. Pitches no, you both boss and I will say pitches are boss. We bring MBT the club licensing requirement, and it is true. You can cite so many pitches, and so you are playing so my football. Why don't we take advantage to do things? And son. As you bet me starting football, they are starting. And then they ask to say, trunkety and ask to us media. And it is a matter for Congress. Personally, if you ask me, it's a matter for Congress. And so, I don't want to go there, but I think that this is all right.
Well, Jordan Free and Swim Puta, and also at the Georgia Mako, a member of the Executive Council of the FA and also the CEO for Santiago. I'll say FA no working on the way forward for Ghana football.
ESCO is, been meeting and discussing the stakeholders as to the way forward. I cannot disclose the details of what is happening as of now because it's not my duty to do so. But I know and I assure that the FA is working on the way forward. That is why we came out to say, give us up to the middle of June and we can come out concretely with what is to be done. So let's wait until the time given by the ESCO.
So the middle of June, I think something concrete. And so baba. Now Dr. Makusa say kotoko sikasem say omo brepa ama say bibia Dr. Chi.
Funding of Kumasi Asante, even in normal times, that now you will have to rely on the benevolence of the executive chairman at this time to be able to fund the gap until a situation where the club can refund or reinvest. And Sana M said we have to continue for now. For now, no, from our routine sources, but even when things were normal, most of the time, we rely on the chairman, the executive chairman.
Well, it's your 104.5 Asempa 94.7 FM. Well, I know you said some member of the force once a month for charged. We had an instant by Monse coaching Ignacio or church was also touching my 11 on the Germany pay cut. No pay cut as in Bia. I see, but I hope someone knew be on your career, but I'll be here. And Mauritanian's story, and I'm interested. I'll be here what Mauritania is doing right. The other. Frederick Moore, hearts to focus to see you. Or see how the vote 2/3 of revenue lost because of COVID-19.
In terms of financial figures, we've lost about 2/3, and it could be more. Because we were not just expecting our revenues of last year, we were expecting a lot more than that with sponsorship, as well as Mr. Palmer said, gate proceeds. And I'd like to add something else that Mr. Palmer mentioned about corporate Ghana and the lack thereof of support to football. Look, it is important to both corporate Ghana and to the government that football in Ghana is successful. Football is one of the foremost sports in Ghana football for the last 60 years at least. And it is therefore important, if we are going to do well in CAF competitions and also in the Black Stars, that the local football is doing well. It is all, there's another side to it as well in terms of the GDP, the corporation and the corporate Ghana aspect of it, that the more successful businesses are, the more successful corporate Ghana is going to be. So corporate Ghana cannot just sit there and think that they are fine and there's not going to be support. My plea, and you can't force anybody to do that, my plea to corporate Ghana and the government is that they look at football with different spectacles and come to the aid of football, because like Mr. Palmer said, I don't believe that there's any club in Ghana which will survive with just the generated funds, even with sponsorship. You need, if we want to compete and compete well in Africa and the rest of the world, we will need either corporate Ghana heavily involved or the government. We will.
Okay, and here Frederick Moon so Edia or the Etudra, Yabanian Sapon so, but Yamfa for the sake of Palmer, same way Emra and Sanya Banyan Sapono, and so as soon as some more can say Bundesliga is back, and there's a reason to that. And you may be right. That is why, even in this era of COVID-19, almost after lockdown, resume football, it means that they planned. You may be a kuyi and amawina omudi home for so.
FIFA in its COVID regulations, no releasing in there. We have to liaise with the local authorities to make safe decisions. Meaning how far the authorities will liaise with the local authorities in terms of the health protocols for us to know exactly when the social distancing will end or when the restrictions are whether to ease a little bit. Is based on that, the Betumaka in definite terms as to whether the league is going to resume or is not resuming. By a fact. And I'm there, France, they indicated there they will ease all these restrictions by September. If it's by September, we cannot continue with the season. Let us declare the champions and move on. It assists legal implications because somebody can take you on. One once in a moment will be take one on in there. So how do you say that I've been relegated and somebody is also to participate in the championship? That is, there will be hell of litigation after the COVID. If it will be taking any decision, it has to be very, very, very meticulous so that they will be spot on. Otherwise, we'll take any decision, not backfire. As we speak now, strategically, Germany will determine per match, they will need about 240 people by testing one. We have the database as to the number of people who have to be tested in order for them to play in a game. I don't have it. This includes officiating officials, all those who are very important of
Asempa FM.
Yes, Yanquatin Yansan, your wasono, ontie, your wenino, onche, your wano, onka, way, any Yansapo.
Okay, Nyansapo live on Nhyira 104.5, also live on Asempa 94.7 FM. Yamfa Mbrasedem di Kakano, and you were 2 games they brought live on Asempa FM. The Air Leipzig name Mainz for Omo game, no. The Air Mines Leipzig, and no 1:30.
and exactly 4:30 so yɛde ɛyɛ badminton ɔmo nso ɛne Eintracht Frankfurt game no yɛsi yɛde ɛno nso a live commentary ɛba to make a date with us na enjoy some fine commentary on Asempa FM ne nyinaa no ɛsɛ nim sɛ COVID-19 tie nyina hyɛ fie obu a obenya chance to watch it on Star Times obu a oni Star Times you can still equally enjoy commentary from Asempa FM. Okay, remember Nyansapono and so Ayala ha coach wa Obi tries ha and a Christian enti and Christian ma me chance fruso Onyansapo
Auditor-General's report but reporting too lengthy I see a in series kakra so that it makes me highlighting them a course was our report no ama manfo mu nyamia no nukuri ni chamu me read the report no I came to one conclusion dinti agana ha amanfo per adwumaye or public sector more than the private sector. One conclusion, because it is only in the public sector and more juma amount mandate amount tax. Let's say you fail on your mandate, you still keep your job only in the public sector. And you say public sector pay any juma. Near mandate, this what you're supposed to do within this period. So period no so na ye be assessment. That's one meet your mandate, one meet your targeter. People still keep their job. It is only happens in the public sector. Private sector ne mo juma na chamu. Your mandate, your target, and I want me achieve there will be consequences. Make Auditor-General report. Me say me ra hua. Because there are damning revelations, but no consequence whatsoever. Tell me, beside Auditor-General say, "Ain't in the crack and so."
I'm sorry, Auditor-General, yeah, obey recommendations.
Recommendations,
no. Obi no also pick.
Or the recommendations number, but none of the recommendations and I cast any pebi and they should be removed. None. So okay, introduction now. On say. The report was about performance audit report on sustainability of sports stadia in Ghana. Ghana or 5 major sports stadia. Yes, stadium Nhyira and 2 state institutions and 2 state institutions, National Sports Authority and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. And it is stadia national Monsa. Their main mandate is omunya oversight responsibilities over the sports stadia in the country. Implementing measures to ensure the physical and financial sustainability of the sports stadia. 2 things: the physical structure, it should be sustained. Financially, I said, stadia no, etimi self-sufficient, etimi genetics kakakra, anje biokra no, se kasi yesterday mu bibia na, se no nkasa ntimi peska ne mfanye. I think say as a journalist, we get results. Sometimes we say you advocate bibia, the results will not be instant. But maybe with time we will get results. The entire Auditor-General so report and say your board nations campaign 2018 or some 6 years after the tournament, media report, in fact, or not basing the argument upon media report. And as journalists, we must not relent. Can you be a resource in my instant? And ask the announce by Esposino. And ask what Ghana on one sports person. Sports Nimu. But the entire NAS Ebeyasa number 12 Esposino said, not on your media report said there is corruption in Ghana football. So upon some media reporting and us, they be let go and find out whether what the media is saying is true or not. Auditor-General say 6 years after a book in 2018 there were media reports instead of science to see news said no say. So as a journalist, I thought say no. Ye preach about it did not fall on deaf ears. No. Those media reports now we were making on radio, on TV stations, in the print and other media spaces in Nano. Chamo said na people were listening, people were watching. Inti Auditor-General say there be 6 years after say book can 2018 we no. Some media report na nyina no. They listen, they watch. Toby Imagine say upon some media report no, they will find out whether the mandate given to these two state institutions, you know, Chamu, the purpose of the audit was to determine whether the Ministry of Youth and Sports and National Sports Authority have carried their oversight responsibility and implemented measures to ensure the physical and financial sustainability of the sports stadia. Omo focus auditing on 3 main principles. Number 1, oversight responsibility, maintenance of the stadia, and revenue generation. But upon these 3 thematic areas, we are auditing. Find this in a barbontino. Find this in a barbontino. There is no consequences for anybody so none. None. Obiano. And then the minister keeps his job. National Sports Authority in Penifo, everybody keep their job. Oba stadium Mako 5 ni nyina obi odanu biano, everyone is still keeping their job. Until next year, best time target, they will fail it and they still keep their job. And they be no be say if I do not my team money achieve my target, there will be consequences to me. There is nothing to be able to know, sir. Ayajuma sir, efuno so ani pianeka ni abona baso target no achieve nothing, wa achieve nothing or to aso ye na juma. Find this in the back where who say chamu. Obi a this stadium mamma. Cement in stadium no. Auditor-General say the audit disclosed that Ministry of Youth and Sports did not have a single policy on operation and maintenance of the stadium. What you media man say maintain the stadium no over a period from 2008. Some maintenance maintain the stadium no. Chamo Auditor-General say not even a single policy from the Ministry of Youth and Sports on how we maintain the stadium no, not even one. Ebia Ministry of Youth and Sports nanya. Yeko National Sports Authority because obia. Or say the National Sports Authority did not also have a plan to operate and maintain the various stadia. Edejuma say even a plan keka or on a paper how I will maintain the stadium kwano, they did not even have it. National Sports Authority any a policy on how much you operate and maintain the stadium no. National Sports Authority no. Ministry of Youth and Sports also any a single plan on how much maintain the stadium no. Now, a junior edition of two no. If they do not have even a planner, they do not 2 mu, and how are they going to even do it in the first place? How? A junior diamond no chamo, not even a plan on how better me. Also, I get to say, oh yeah, chamo. I never question how many say. When you say over the 5 major stadia na, your estate unit over the 5 major stadia na. Or more engineers and technical staff. All the 5 major stadiums, according to Auditor-General, all the 5 major stadiums in Nanyuma Kumasi Sports Stadium, your engineer our staff. Even with those engineers and staff, we further noted that management of the 5 major stadia did not put maintenance and action plan in place to maintain the facility. Your engineer, Nejumane said the state manager maintain it. A whole engineer, dressing camera, bow tie, or costed the moko only even a plan on how to even carry his mandate. But bow tie or Busana was only engineer, commerce sports engineer, France and Kwan why not even a one job. Now after this findings, they have me and say, on your engineer responsible for the maintenance of the Kumasi Sports Stadium. I workers almost was here. Oh, yeah, Jumano. You better find and say one to your Juma. What happened to those engineers? No, what happens to them? Because after these findings, say nothing happens to them. They continue to have their job. What it means is that even after they've gone, the next engineer not for this report. And who say the previous engineer no be Jumana or yes, sir, report about still kept his job. me new engineer. Babanya this report about my predecessor. I found out say upon all these reports, nothing happens to him. He still kept his job. So there's a possibility to say no. I can also continue on this lie. Because reporting nothing will happen to me. I will still keep my job and probably promote me. In this country, say my target. Reward people for achieving their target and punish people for not achieving their target. The reason why private sector or private sector say people are rewarded for achieving their target. While achieving your target, you are punished accordingly. But in the public sector, nothing. Because we are estate engineer. Your mouth stadium self has to maintain that stadium. No. Ebia or limitations. But for Adibakwe friend, just an action plan action planner. Over maintenance stadium, they did not have it, and people are still keeping their jobs. Chamo, with regard to revenue generation, the audit noted that National Sports Authority and management of the 5 stadia did not put in place measures to ensure that the commercial facilities were put to maximum use to generate revenue for the physical and financial sustainability of the stadia. You can't say genetics car. A quite before so better this stadium na genetics car no. And something like ordinary like a plan keke, they do not even have just a plan. Chamo Mary, the entire amount for me, my cost on is a Yamajuma achieve this target. This is the reward at the home, which you achieve target now. These are the targets given to you. One to achieve target now. These are the consequences. So, which middle of the line, achieve the target and take this. Fail on your target and have these consequences. But has nothing is happening. Nothing like that. That is why after this report, no one has been held responsible for this mess. No one. You supervise this mess, and for that reason, you are not supposed to work in your capacity as that or this. In our who, Chamo, Adebakwe Miraho said, also among University across Postidum, and Michelletti for me, Michelletti Civil Engineering and Building Contractors. Chamo, almost system of New Year, or more in National Sports Authority. The ministry NOBR Sakwa. Provide what they call it maintenance manual, operations and maintenance manual. Edema authorities, say I didn't mess the manual. But the manual to oversee maintenance facilities now. This is the manual so follow to maintain the facility. They gave that manual to them. In fact, Auditor-General making the auditing or your interview on phone. Sign interview no. Michelletti Forty-two must provide 3 copies of this operation and maintenance manual. Edema the ministry, the Bakuma the ministry, the Bakuma National Sports Authority, the Bakuma consultant now over stadium no so when they were handing over the facility. Chamo dia reho enu eye me yakura ne se chamo Michelletti for constantly they were reminding National Sports Authority and the ministry said there be stadium near the man no me the man no mama say mo haso from maintaining a stadium no reminders set munya maintenance 2 reminders e de ma omo nyina anti 2 reminders nipa no stadium no ka oye na djuma wie ko waje ni sika ko but say or reminding National Sports Authority and the ministry on 2 different occasions said they should carry out maintenance on the facilities none. The first letter chamo about 29th October 2019. The second reminder about 6th August 2015. 2 reminders, 2-year interval. The first one in 2013 or Monfino. Was that the second reminder about 2015? Said there be me stadium no. Me the man one from maintenance stadium no. But after 2008, about 2013, 5 years later, no one carry a single maintenance work. You know, Choma said, or Choma get to say that you should carry out this maintenance work on 1 fee. 2 years later, was actually another reminder, will be a fee. But I'm there when I say, so National Sports Authority. Some man wana or trading more they remind you mono omuni copy chromo bi sa copy no the mom said that this the man wana me dey man say mo hwe so na for maintaining these facilities no sa free copies no na National Sports Authority na ayira de om dey obi anim ayira ehia omo. The reason here I'm said that if I do not maintain the stadium na say the na me as engineer, me as stadium manager, I will still keep my job, nothing will happen to me. This is the state of Ghana that we have. They now reho pass a biya diamond. Wajin sikako. What the maintenance man wa mau. Reso for maintain the stadium no. After 5 years, one year, what you let a remind you 1 fee, or the letter back kwasa beso so 1 fee. Ye wihu emu no kra no. Sa man no de man say mo for so maintain the stadium no. Asa yira eni ho. But amo.
Okay.
Ghana Education Service for sika no mo je no.
203,000 Ghana cedi.
Said you kotungu nyambwa. Almost spending 12,260. Ewo nema enti mfa kunya ba kokra master stadium ba ko PC. The last time say na obi boso. Chamo. Allowances for tender committee. Allowance for tender committee. What den kwara sika nkwara be tutu nkonya mo ase no. Mo den kwara ni sika over 2 billion mo je say sika no. Bachamo sa tender committee ni kwatransia allowances 1,960. Tender advertisement almost only advertisement over tender and 7 million. Allowances opening of tender 6,600. Protocol expenses 3,000 Ghana cedis. Says coming kuano 1,260 Ghana cedis are amfa kunya ba ko pe kura ma besi wonum kunya ba ko pe no adwo bisika sama say ade o de beto abere presino what spending this much amfa kunya ba ko kura no ama be so tabo. What was the purpose of spending this money the purpose is say o de beto kunya besi wonum ba spending ska we ya akunya ba ko pe kura ma stadium ba ko pe simple ama stadium ho na dia re ho ne say the last time sikanimu 90% of the bobosia. Chemo send way away. I'm the bobosia. You won't aware and say some boy no. Listen to this part about Urebehu. The regional accountant explained that the Auditor-General asked management to use the money as loan. And they come in hame papa I had me real hoy. But there was no correspondent on the file to show that the money was given as loan for the sports festival. Scan on the board Bosiano as much as 180,494 more than a could be 1.9 billion. Yada Bobosia. Yada Bobosia okay, yada Bobosia. Give us correspondent just Bobosia. There was not even a single correspondent that said I'm the size kind of Bobosia. Actually, see FIFA letter on the FIFA audit report on here about Ghana football. I must say, large level of cash-based transaction without supporting document. Large level of cash-based transaction without supporting document. That was found about Ghana Football Association. The ministry. National Sports Authority. 183,494 Ebobosia, but there is no correspondent to discuss as kind of Bobosia. Wait, who supervised this mess? And no one has been held accountable. No one. Chamo imagine say a private sector. And obi adwuma o dem say o adwuma ni. Obey all the junior report we are. Will people still keep their job?
No.
The reason why people keep their job is because a public sector.
All right, Nhyira 104.5 FM, Asempa 94.7 FM. Nyansapo, any day bana. Ayala, me also. Nyansapo. Ade yasa simbia show so as.
Some dey also show so Ghana there. Otimu a nsem be show so sa. na yɛkɔ de sɛ nyankopɔn ayɛ yɛadom yɛtumi nya akonya with the microphone to speak our minds. Sɛ nka yɛka kyerɛ obiara sɛ ɔmo nsala wɔ ha no ɔmo mɛka ɔmo adwene a nka wobɛhu nnipa a ɛbɛdi queue no so from ha to bɛɛ sɛ amakom because nsɛm hyɛ ɔmo so. Na asɛm a ɛyɛ na ɛhyɛ me so ama ɛduru mpɛmpɛnso bi a I become emotional ɛyɛ nsɛm a mmara yɛatwerɛ to hɔ nanso so mpanyimfoɔ ɛmfa nyɛ adwuma. Ɛyɛ saa na it breaks my heart. Yɛwɔ adeɛ bi wɔ hɔ a you are ignorant about it nti wontumi mfa nyɛ adwuma, you lack research ɛne saa noma is different. But when you go through a lot, not say inform me about a spirit why we must write a certain law. Na yetimi ba to the table na ye the two people so. Na ye feel say ye be implementing mrani dia. Then na eya kwa say it is a deliberate action. Say ye no ye mbesi be free one stage near cost stage for and we don't want to improve as people. And then me upon a is inspired by Akosi Apia and Ghana Football Association in ministry no any adeneka ya neneka. Then again it is inspired by Ghana for pepper omo say da ben ye betimi age AFCON. Say all the osakofo nsema all come about having a technical director and a sporting project not to nchenya. Say over the years there have been political undertones to us not winning the AFCON. And the political undertones near woman and yet different from a they suppose a car ye dear Akosi Apia anyhow minister aid Akosi Apia nankasa mu FS position and it's no money and no money a basa. But me maka say a better now radio so a very journalistic work idiot and komobiaba from the position of the public interest and I mean me defend it. And yet the minister in the edika and yet the Akosi Apia can yet the FNK but yeah in China a public interest no. As some near down I him funny associate for whom where does we come in? And him funny so bit media and come on fire because I deal with to me a sure pass money ye didn't year citizens ana. Now chamo the first thing and they say we are citizen of Ghana. Na say nei o ya agya to mu say ye de ensabo ye consolidated funds ye ka consolidated fund o man bia ye chichiri bia no menu nto bo akaka na ye tua ema o man as tax no ye de ko good fund bi me ye find consolidated account na no na sa aban ni person ye mpuntu djuma bia na se obeso odi djuma die bia wo ne chichi eman na ye chichi na odi ne sakoto sa fandim no wa yiska na de akochichire eman no. Now the question I'm asking is from the public interest perspective, how do you feel as a citizen say ye fa wo minu ye tax na ye tia gu consolidated accounts no no enu bi ye fa and ye di tia an employee of a private association means a Ghana Football Association ne weka say na wo feel o man papa o te o man mu tia o to no, the impression in say a tonka kanka na yetiano. There is an autonomous company. I have friend the Ghana Football Association. And I want obi assign contract say no man senior national team new coach. So senior national team coach now or you the employee of the private company Ghana Football Association no. Na catch you yetiano no. E woman ni taxpayers money and e bi twa nipa kro. Until when Obi decide about radio so now our castle ye chia Akosi Apia 27 months every month be a $35,000 and this okay kabumwa we have paid Akosi Apia close to $945,000 aka can you try $1 million for me ye taxpayers money when we know say on paper Akosi Apia contract was signed it's a contract between him as a licensed coach and the Ghana Football Association as a private company. How do that sink in as a citizen to you? And a young fan say, "Obi a holding the Juma for a private company." Be also so. Abaning team fan and someone foot home. No one to any pakroka because you have interest in it.
Some say national team here, banana for them.
That is what I'm coming to. As someone one and me person within the Pomasi be no. Say on paper, and then Sakosia Piaka so person Ginisika. Me nyesho Sakosia Piaka will be able to drag Aban to court. Say me kwa Ginisika. The fathers Sakosia can go is to write to FIFA and say, I'm an employee of your member association. Or minimum sign contracts. Maybe Juma Momo as the Black Stars coach. Mako World Cups, Mako Afcons. And no more me say me sasa me nyane maye. Me contract abawie ye. Mentimi anto me contract ne so. Me sika kem FIFA me say Jim sika ba me. FIFA under no circumstances will write to government of Ghana and say, oh, no say, no man now much practically and to go and pay. FIFA will write to Ghana Football Association and say, look, pay your employee. And the nitty gritty, and going deeper into the subject. And remember, I feel natural common FIFA say, oh, no crack. Yeah, the Akosia Piakadie. Now so Ghana had ye. I abandon it here into your slawa. My America, yeah, Jessica Fiabaho, yeah, the Akosia Piaka. FIFA would have been shocked and right back to the member association, Ghana Football Association, and ask the employee of your association, you are telling me, say, I will come to your bank and a TCK in the taxpayers' money, as an employee of the FA. Is that what you are telling me? Don't you think say you are breaching the law of government interference into member association? And so Bonte because I said we say Debbie say abandon person you bibia will you be able to have the right to write to me as FIFA and say government is interfering in my job as a member association and you will not be able to do that. And some come media everybody should get it straight. And you FIFA pay and a frowning on government interference. The International Olympic Committee also frowns on government interference. Into the Boxing Federation, Cycling Federation, Athletics, and OBR. It is the same law and they apply to Nipako when it comes to government interfering. But no say, say a boxing for the Befa and conforso mukobo boxing maya, yes, pesa by Nibitia. Say cycling for some programmer, yes, but this are by Nibitia. And the provision in the law of government interference in member associations to Jumediano. How do we go about it in terms of our legal framework? Me etimi emum ebia inimsi nya bias and some anambe science here. Yentimi fund these associations and a lot of the job they do, especially for the national team. But how are we doing it? And it is the best way. Ya first one, you dealing with it now. No chamo. Sir offer Yes, Sports Act 2016. I think it is on page. Let me get it right. On page 9. Page 9 on Article 18 of the Sports Act 2016. And the page 9 talks about the Public Interest Committee. Now, the entire I want to read this. And it say, ebe buama nkofo atiase asama America ho asem no ne ehun baby we have to situate how government comes in terms of funding national teams, not just football but every national team in Ghana, into Black Bombers, the Ghana Cycling Olympic team, any BBR emrane se ekwan na aban I want say offer no timidin in sabon futuom edition national teams in Ghana haso. And this is the position of the laws of Ghana. And now, Article 18 of your Sports Act 2016 is say, without limiting Section 8 and Section 8 and a castle about committees, you bet me for the various federations, And Article 18 say, without limiting Section 8 there shall be, and underline where the shall, there shall be a public interest committee in an association, however called, which is recognized as the body with the mandate to administer and develop sports. Now the 18.2 talks about the composition of the public interest committee, but and my attention but my attention is on 19, article 19, the functions of the public interest committee. The public interest committee shall A, liaise with the ministry responsible for sports to ensure the provision of the necessary facilities required for building the national sports teams. That is the A. B, liaise with the ministry responsible for sports in the provision of funds for purposes of managing the national sports teams. C, submit proposals that is considered appropriate to the ministry on a matter relating to the development and sustenance of the national sports team. D, ensure there is transparency and accountability in the development and management of the national sports teams. And E, finally, ensure that all monies received by way of sponsorships, gifts, and any other benefits for the national sports teams are transmitted to the ministry responsible for sports. Now, and you say ABA, we don't recognize government contribution to the various national sports teams in Ghana. But this is an act of parliament. Actually, and who kwanyama aban etimide in sabo the consolidated fund mu and the fund anything relating to national sports team in Ghana. And American specifically say it can only be done when yati adia friend the public interest committee. But since 2016, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama penning his signature to this law, which was an act of parliament. The public interest committee has not been formed. And to me as citizens, and the committee and the interest ever go onto the table. To sponsor national teams. Now, commercial new man can consider ansana. The committee is not there, but Aban keeps on funding the various national teams. Now, so submit up. Jumedia also a public interest committee in here. It is all to draw the structure within the legal framework, And to him, so a public interest committee and the public interest committee say, from FIFA to the IOC, they frown on government interference. And to even your monetary support the various national teams, we should have a clever way of doing it. Now, beyond Asema Maker say, now let me draw to the specifics. When you say in the minds of the various presidents, Abako, I recognize government interference. I was sports, member associations, any mother body, upon Nintendo. The sponsorship of GMPC say and communion na blasters ni national team course bia fano so that it doesn't sound to citizens say the consolidated fund mu say taxpayers money and you national team expenses no government institution mean say the GMPC and sika enough say metimi kwade corporate responsibility sika di mimpo sponsor blasters ni etimi nya sika ni bi blasters coach ka ni dey abo blasters and national teams home ban ni etimi akoyanim ni develop it. And in the great sense of the leaders of this country in the past, and they say yempa an institution amu sika enough na yemfa sponsorship so ni funding national teams na enquire direct burden on government. So camera now that is why I come into the conclusion of the way I have in chamo only say ne say oya your journalistic work deeper into the reason why there are still outstanding payments to Kosi Apia. They tell you say it is because there's a fight between GMPC and the FA because of the West End issue, no? Yes. Now the reason why I said the number and say West End GMPC walked into the Ghana Football Association, feeling responsible. Say, oh, I heard there was a buying and supporting national teams. Enti abayini akasa. Say anka ye institution bia omunum say oh sika kakra ho. Enti yemra ne yem partner the FA. Nka sika anka under normal circumstances yakwa gye fi aban ho straight no. As partners to the FA. Na ye yem fund this sika anka yakwa gye fi aban ho no. Na mi ntua. Now Mr. Atuahoi then say look. Do your time under NBC. You are walking straight to the FA. Say you take the burden out of government and out of your consolidated fund. Now yet you see there's a court case involving us as a party. As someone say you see a fair company do West Head. Now almost broke out the deal between Yen GMPC and the Black Stars then into a commission on the money. Then the board chairman of GMPC then, Mr. Atuahoi, comes on record to say, the Ghana Football Association, any company, any members here from West Head for say they should bring this matter to court and invite him as the board chairman of GMPC. Or Baba say that GMPC sponsorship was direct from them because government instigated it. Only say sad trust you break you know. And the MPP government by then Dr. Keke Sapon went back to GMPC. In doing their review of the sponsorship and partnership with other associations, you know, I don't know okay. If this is so, necessary room on behalf of government, you know, say go for the so and you feel you better a sponsorship with the F in one. Number two, you first early GMPC and come F for say Munji as sponsors. Now in the normal circumstances, move buy for support Mufanye. And to say Sikano, you go Kutiama, ministry no diet, then the ministry no Yansemuno, Nadomudi Bayano, or Mudiaye. And in Ghana, normal circumstances, their contract Akosiapia signed. Now, catch your obegi every month. Blasters budget, winning bonuses. And it's no money in Nano. And in the wisdom of Abaya Etum, both MPP and NDC, in recognition of FIFA frowning on government interference, wanted to use GMPC channel to fund your Blasters, no, to some extent, the head of the Blasters technical team, the coach. Now, so because of this issue, GMPC said they will not deal directly in between the FA and the government. And see as you raise the issue about say, yeah, the Akosiapia car, yes, oh, and yes, Adia, Yanko, Abahon Yanko Penisi Cambreno. And me say, a beard the lid, so I'm a who say, who are we citizen? Can you imagine, say, your taxpayers' money is being used to pay an employee of a private company, the Ghana Football Association? Now, Chamo, Madam Asamo baby, you know. Say, Uti Asama Batebe Kaya. What it means is that Yempenny Fund, they recognize what is good, but they just don't want to do it.
For
Abate to highlight Akosiapia, and they say we're failing the target. But yeah, of course, what you means Abate knows what we call value for money audit. So answer about Tom Sikapudo Diamobino. I also many pakono some standards be obemiti. Now I meet here. I also want to be this a falling target, no. It me at Sika would be chaso amanekaka. Now say your public interest committee. And I'm leading the charge as to how government will sponsor and also fund national teams. And then bring inform here within the national teams. And can be very, very sure. Say they would have been able to do what we call value for money audits on this subject. And I can say, even though about so I failing the target to be and turning to Onyan to Basian. The new contract we have with Sikakono, there are targets in it. Can Abate and the ministry come to tell your citizens and say, oh, for the first time, Sikakono ain't me and do any of the targeter. You better Sika say FCK to anyone. Dabi. It is going to be the old story. Malusu Sumunaso says he can achieve any of the target. He will still go out being fully paid by the ministry.
So it's been like that with even our national teams.
That is what I'm saying.
We go play tournaments, our players make more money for not winning the trophy than even people who win the trophy.
It's like a public interest committee, they will not do that. It's a public interest committee, they will never do that. Give a contract to a target, and whether you fail or you don't fail, we will give you maximum pay. You need Ghana Sikasa, and yes, I need Ghana Sika. Anywhere, so private money in the community, and they would have made sure say there is value for money audit in the contract any coach is best sign. But because it's not coming from them, they want to pay it the way they want to pay it. There is a legal framework that is more acceptable. And I'm saying, say, under normal circumstances, so let's recognize FIFA, on government interference. Then there should be a special way to pay Coach Akosapia and fund the blasters without it coming directly from the government. And that is the reason why a person will go and plead to go for and say, look, and can be responsibility be but say me koya you don't say a government interference into me, so step in and do it for me. That is why various government will want to push GMPC to do what and Kausa Kabani so it will not be seen as direct influence. It can normal circumstances say best last coach now be vacant. Yeah, go through the process to appoint a new one. We shouldn't involve a ministry person. We should involve a person from GMPC as a company. And when you list your sponsors, you will list GMPC to FIFA and say, oh, GMPC for their sponsorship. So, and they are a coach in the cast, part of the sponsorship package. So they always have interest in who we appoint. That is why they are on the committee national team and not government. We should be clever about these things. Now one day and you who say we are just there but we are not thinking too much. And it's a Kenya Kosinya Techimo and West head the forces so President Kuminya Chrono numbers of Moboya and Kayam breaks our barrier between Yeni GMPC in terms of the partnership. And Kanaka say, oh, after Samna Kwakudru Bujano, let's invite Dr. Keke Sapon into a meeting and ask whether Ebenyes Kadia Jakosapia of Never Seminum does you okay. Sikadi or Timoko problem. We are now seeking the face of GMPC to come and pay, but we've already dirtied the government and the FA in this episode. I didn't know it.
Well, Ayala, Unyansa Ponofasio, Ayala Nyansa Ponono, in regards to Kosiapia, the ministry, GMPC, how we do our things, how coaches are paid, this and money, Ayala Nyansa Pono. So, Obi, maybe Nyansa Po, you are a coach, and so the Nyansa Po, and so Abba, coach, they know, okay, do Obi,
coach, they also bear player salaries.
Okay,
Ghana.
Sano guy.
Yeah. Remuneration. Chairman.
Yes.
But Chairman, in Natlai, acting general manager for Metro TV. Yes, Nat. A member of the disciplinary committee. Yeah. One of the committees of the FA. Yeah. And
not no TV3.
Yes, no TV3. Yeah. And an FA requirement so in the birthday. Chairman, wow, near OTSLF at the assembly to say truth. Majority of Ghana football owners in Ghana use their own resources to sustain clubs. There is actually no realistic basis for such acts except the elusive expectation that one day a player will be sold to recoup the investment. Football looks endangered, passion and wealth gone. Into Ubo CEO for Kotoko Ura Georgia Mwako Voice said Kotoko dying Dr. Kwame Chey. Obianim say how to work Bobo Kono so Frederick Moore also say they are losing a lot of revenue and that had to work. So how to work financially omo relevant basically omo ni Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So yeka say Professor Lydian Cancer ene mpanyifo mienu omo ka omo opem so yi omo as a 3-member board no omo hwe kwan ya committee omo hwe kwan ya omo betumi ade Kumasi Asante Kotoko afaso asesa nioma. Now Bright Awantwi a PhD student in performance enhancing technologies in elite sports at the University of Southeastern Norway. and a chairman for X1 Football Agency. There's this book written by Pedro Garcia del Berro of the University of Catalonia. The title is Goal: Profit Maximization and Win Maximization in Football Leagues. Chama football na drew baby a ubetumi ahihya onioma bi kwans bi so a de bia no nkunumdie na wudi o mfa so ho ubetumi ahihya obobokuo so wo kwan bi so a ubetumi adi mfa so saa na de bia no ekuo no nya afa na awko do peche ho ana awko to gbe so awko akojiska. So which model? There are two models: profit maximization, open fast one kwa Tottenham Hotspur, Ajax. Any almost wins in Quad Bia na say yes. Oh yes, of course, Arsenal. Yes, now profit maximization, yes. Arsenal. Yeah. And our models be, for example, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Or more the profit maximization, and the win maximation. Now boom. Almost so dear no into to properly understand such a technical topic. Now Mr. Susan can name nyansa pono. My many PhD students are no sports economics. Our names are dear we no. Okay. Acha feedback where there any media. No I Dr. Bright Bafwenchi. Not just be to me akonanim. Intianya na wahuma issue there. I just want a lot of knowledge as far as I issue we concern. Bright, good morning. Now, fantastic. Great. Bright, so yeah, Kumasi Asante Kotoko fan. This relation, that's our discussion will be in relation with Kotoko, and we'll look at, for example, how to work and maybe Ashgold. Then we'll see how
our clubs generally. And I know that almost all the CEOs of the clubs are listening.
Absolutely.
They should listen and learn.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Bright, the kind. As a PhD student in sports economics and all of that performance enhancing, two models Ben yede running football. We are saying.
Well, when it comes to football, any running of clubs, club will be able to have a competitive advantage over one another club. Kotoko pese de be an homogeneous over has person so with that, every club in the world they work under two objectives. Whether to decide, say, Ubenyam Faso or club name, and I say Ubenya wins or club name. And then I would say win maximization theories and then profit maximization theories. And then you man confusing for. Ideally, every club would want to combine the two. Person could combine the two. The reality of that is you would have to pick one, and then by years of sexual, now it's infused into the other. And IAS, for example, can pick a profit maximization objective. No more top players and not profit. No more the team, no more the Champions League semi-final. Okay. Barcelona and I address to me a real maximization theory and I say City cram City example. No almost up to top players are discussed almost they are very relevant. And they have been more profit. Almost stadium naming. To more fans because stadium to almost be the open up again. By a local club say well be dream idea. The money they say if you decide to take wins, and then trying to hold but sana or modern objectives of the club, it goes towards say, how do we win games? How many games can we win? One, there's one famous NFL guy, the candidate, and I know a lady class now between the clubs in the or coach, then I quote from him. Winning is not everything. It is the only thing. In terms, no matter what, under whatever circumstances, they will be able to win. And then we have not changed football assistant. What Asante Kotoko would need to do at this particular moment is so there are few clubs that Kotoko can sort of say, or more clubs in them. Football clubs with deep cultural roots. Those clubs in the clubs are. And then it's virtually impossible to sell. Club.
Bright, okay, clubs with deep cultural roots are then our person chair ekua ni nchino e free, for example ahimfie and say what exactly do you mean by deep
community na ekuo ni free mu no? They identify omo culture, omo way of life, omo be and it identifies with the club. Club can be different. In Barcelona, for example, the whole of Europe, I know of clubs in Europe. Barcelona, Atletico Bilbao, and I'm out for Madrid. Atletico Bilbao, almost philosophy is very simple. You have to be a back player. Also, few home honum, or see a war honum, and as a first 5 years now, we come honum. Una also here in Mexico, and I want to be more club on to stand out free, or you're part of that community. No? Into be an energy, so no matter what, there are deep cultural roots Kotoko can relate to that. Into a big club like Asante Kotoko, they need to first of all decide the club objectives. One, they decide them all. And you mentioned they decided Kotoko objectives, and I doubt it because I don't think they mentioned they decided. So Bright, all refer to Opemswo appointment letter or the man Dr. Cheya or the shame say acha infirmi and sadie or say Dr. Chey at the African Cup in the back channel. Into objectives now, objectives for every and for a club like Kotoko, in my estimation is from Nhyira. It's from Nhyira. Okay, then the estimation from Nhyira decided say okay in the next 3 years there has to be an African Cup or Kotoko JDR. Then it's up to management to decide. So, okay, and the club philosophy as a club objectives, it should go around win maximization. The only bit in the win, but in football, you decide that spectrum. You will have to be able to make sure that Kotoko can stand on 8 feet. Every football club right now in Ghana, characteristics are very, very similar. Deficit and the opportunity, and that's a high survivor. Also, we survive in terms of Tika Omunya. But we be in one of survive to see. As I'm talking about a crowd of folk, no more matter. Until for you to decide to say, in the next foreseeable future, and African Cup, what are the measures in place? And all African Cup, no honor. Sika send you shame for Kotoko to do that. And if I Kotoko this kind of fever. Until anytime there are one individual being in this car, no the very hardened. Until individual and seek a son, after individual and decided said no, losing interest. Then I'll say move to the next person. And anytime and Kotoko keeps on changing almost class objectives, because keep on changing that. Businessman be about the record to Kububia and Rem because I want to go to an end. Or the Remu with the intention say I can get my money back, I can get something back, I can get something from Kotoko back. Until the class they decided said we will move from win maximization to profit maximization. So Africa no more Africa there is something called a winner's curse. So winner's curse means money esperance place now. You have to restart building again. Okay, okay, but we are a big club in Ghana and we might be a big club. In Africa, yes, we might be. But then the football has moved from being a big club to being a top club. To be a top club, you need to be able to financially be stable. Say, wow, no better you scarcely wow, because club now generating enough revenue. And there is so many opportunities for a traditional club and also for a club with these deep cultural roots, to make enough money to be able to sustain themselves. But we need to start. So almost this win maximization philosophy, that idea, and then start focusing on profit maximization. Very simple. We need to set build a football academy. That's all. And then they will need to spend invest way too much in football academy, so that in the next 7-8 years they can be relevant again in Africa. And that's how we'll be at the $100,000 back to go play and one. 50,000 players. But if you have an academy, the academy is not supposed to even provide team. It's not supposed to provide talent for first team. It's supposed to make sure that academy now becomes our players. Straight to Europe. Kotoko has the name already. Build an academy. Start investing at least. Start investing at least 20% of Kotoko first team revenue, the first team budget into academic. never the next 5 years, what an academy for them to be able to venture into, okay, now we're going to profit maximization, and next year enough to be able to sustain ourselves. Say, if we perform better now, there will nothing be a winners will be amateurs, so my be a cloud from Sudan. I'm a faculty of best player, another crowd from Sudan in Napaxima, or Musi, or a best player in Napaxim, changing number.
But right, yes, I get you right. But for a traditional club, a club with historical status, our expectation the no kotoko supporters, any Heart of Oak supporters, share the muse or mu team no din kunim die bebe fie no. Ebe den na watch them actual supporters say. In fear numu ya da enimi die say ye ko dream steps no mo share baako say ye ko 11 wonders no mo share mienu a ye nya abotre na ye hihye nioma bi. How is that possible, especially for a club with such great historical backgrounds?
And me kwa me ko to fan ko ba sa akra me kamintia. Okay, but this is it. Anytime you do that, any objectives in Isuba. If you mention ba Nhyira has way too much power over Kotoko fans. Say, or can be betray IT. Any management on the field. And Nhyira will need to start having a way of channeling the and communication via to Kotoko supporters. Say, I think that we've been too arrogant enough. Say, a group. I say, Kotoko. Yeah, it's big, but then I was say, brain once. Last Africa, yeah, boy. We were in actually the weakest group, but then we got the same number of points to say we'll be a real group. Group not the Homo Africa no. And the young man wants to as Kotoko fans, he must say okay. So then say our dreams this year, say our career this year. It's just for a short term. It's just for the next 3, 4, 5 years. Plus Ghana League, the way it is right now, no, it's so balanced. How's the fuck for the last 10 years? And that's over. I want the leg in. But I'm sure that if House of Folk at Busa can start on Africa, it's been 20 years now. But then they still keep on saying that. I'm sure the Kotoko fans would love to go to Africa, no? Say, a chance of local leg in Wahanum. But to be able to be a powerhouse in Africa, African clubs now no more competing. This is the problem. Simba money. Other clubs, no. For 40 meters or more. Si can need to be the Zika no, I get to me. Kotoko don't me my team for one kata usi kan kwa nshim. Say kwa be team na free. Won't me team no. And so me the ticket shame kwa when you say be in the next 3, 4, 5 years no. And ya omega ho no mako. And so the whole shame kwa na emfa ne ho shame bebrebe ata. It's a traditional club nti. Akwa sana. We have deep cultural roots na yentimi talk club ni ma obi a individual bi ma ni free bi a Middle East Libya talk club no and club ni. We would have to restore to making sure that Kotoko can be financially sustained enough and you do on man. Yeah, this thing ba mo wa ba na say TP me dem no ba. Omo me ka say okay Kotoko play omo best player ni na pese beton. Fast na o say Kotoko drew ba bi a ya anhwe ya ya de nka kranka sa no Kotoko abedani AC Milan mo bisa.
But right, yes, yeah, penfaso. If I church my bear 4 steps, I bet me a jinaswa in the next 4, 5 to 10 years. Heart of Oak Kumasi Asante Kotoko Mediema Ash Gold. Omubenya faswa buswa nya feni eko biasu ya kojiska.
Okay. There is an academy in Ghana, a charity staff. I think that 2018. They were the club academy back one FIFA transfer system. So nobody wants to power players. How possible, sir? I think on the second division. How possible that a club like that will be able to do that? So making that many transfers in Europe. So Kotoko and then the House of Folk have the possibility and then the ability to be able to form football academies in the sense that teams from Europe players in Free Africa. It will be easy for them to look at these traditional powerhouses. No matter how academy, use it academy at players next to a tournament. It's so much money. Also, Anderlecht, that's what they're doing. Anderlecht Academy, every single year, 94% of them are transferred. 94% of Anderlet Academy players they are transferred. And the first team no moko. That's one way to form football. I just don't get my head around say Asante Kotoko Accra has to put any football academy. Now I tell division clubs now football academy. That's the one way. The other way here, and then stadium attendance. Let me use my main fact is more now almost stadium almost utilization around by 98%. Those stadium attendance almost utilization of stadium 98%. You know. So that constitutes about 25% of almost total revenue in and then operations of football. Meaning stadium attendance now you know. That is not the right way to actually make money from, of course, a very, 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 very good way to make money, but then football run any bit. So why you want to say I said me and I be still and in the long run not have a boca. Into any stadium attendance, any tournament, but then there is a way to get about sponsorship deals. Or sponsorship deals to be able to sell merchandises. It's how relevant about Africa. If you have an academy, everything starts with the academy. If you have an academy, you will be able to sell enough players into Europe, and then Kakana will be able to maintain one because players now to me when you start to a point now you can maintain the first team players. You bet you 2,000. You're sure the boy is no more Ghana. Say $1,000 a month. On continue European country, this over 1,500 already. Over Ghana Honmabo. Academy will be able to fuel first team and starting from you cannot even talk about the rest of steps now because these are the ways our clubs meet in this camp. Find a way to build a structured football academy. The goal of the academy, very simple, to be able to manufacture, not develop, but manufacture players and then sell to European clubs. It's as simple as that. Not first team, what protect you? Okay, no more batch, and then to 15 players in a year. 16, 17 players in a year. The oldest player to the idea. Match apart from keeper, keeper. Last 2 years no buy.
Yeah.
How do you build around that? You can't. But then with a football academy in place, why is structured? Okay, every year they will dedicate 20% of Kotoko total almost first, budget to football academy. In 5 years, you will see, say, if agents or if scouts are coming to Ghana, there is no point in going to a charity stars so we can players. It's straight to get those players.
My final question, and going through Pedro Garcia Dalbero's paper, in the case of the shareholder-owned teams, this happens in Spain. We found out that teams which were tightly controlled, generally by a family group, were likely to be closer to profit maximization. Now, I say finally, we consider whether the club president has any influence on the inclination to maximize profits. Presidents were classified amongst the following jobs: construction, generic businessmen, economists, lawyers, engineers, medical doctors, and residual as in others. Presidents who were businessmen were statistically more likely to buy league positions than other professionals. Among businessmen, those in the construction industry were even more likely to pursue winning maximization. It is likely that businessmen will be better able to extract financial advantage in their professional life from success. So in the case of Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Hartwalk, specifically Kotoko, because Hart's there, Togbene handle BBR. Which type of president and which type of chairman in a bit me pushing Kotoko to profit maximization? Because we know Dr. Che is a businessman, but Kotoko is not making profit.
Well, I think that I've always had a problem with Kotoko's organizational structure now. Okay, there's one rule, one specific rule. Kotoko fail it how we and I minimal the sporting directors rule. There has been a gap between everyone say and she has a Kotoko, not a traditional club, like a club Udobia Mitobia. And Understatia will be the biggest shareholder, okay, and after the owner of the club, in Fansa. And what for CEO? Typically, in the CEO, in the corporate sponsorship deals and everything, the next in line, the position, the most important position has to be the sporting director's role. Sporting director in our bar, then he will start to define Kotoko club objectives, in terms of philosophy of Kotoko without having a sporting director in place for Asante Kotoko. It will be very difficult to say okay, should the chairman, as a chairman of a businessman, which ways no me fast so profit maximization, whatever be the objective here. When you are looking for a sporting director, that's when and the hospital now say yes, you can in a home, doctor. And there are people also in place that almost human. And yes, I be about the School of Economics, now go for BIA, I was economics, now better than man. You go for much that sport economics, the Brio Honum, Dana for the Brio Honum, my yes, and go for the Brio Honuma. They can fulfill that role because that role it's a bridge between first team and practically from sporting objectives to financial objectives. So now build this out, now making sure say Europe especially FFP financial fair play. You need a sporting director who need both economics and then both sporting wise. We need it is up to Dr. Chase obesum apike obia NSBO they have to put the road down there and then interview people, get people to come to an interview position and then sort out and see, okay, really Nipa will be directly Kotoko club objectives, merge it to Kotoko club philosophy, near Kambomu, near Fanko. So, okay, the next 5 years, that's the sporting director. Kotoko needs that. I think that's one thing that Mensia would have to sort of insist to say, Kotoko feel is our rule. And straight from the chairman, CEO, now say there. About I don't know so many positions to say operations whatever be but then there has to be a sporting director on the best edge money now.
Okay. Right. About for entry. That's a brain now. Where there I mean sure about say within the week, Absolutely. The best that shares are the way one whole show. Yeah. I better show how clubs can maximize profit. Bright, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks so much.
Okay. Well, after Bright I can't say me call Manchester. They go here many swade. Coach Freddie ne Tony Apia and the menam. You go here Manchester City no motor players aboard them pa no. Under 12, under 14s, under 18s, under you call them Wimbo. That means they invest in academies. Okay. Maybe in the next 10 years, Man City on top player. And what they do is that they're not bright. Yeah, and it is who the first day becomes Kotoko has the academy. But no revision Real Madrid academy, Barcelona academy. What they do, they say you're incredible. No money now they be feeding to your main team. Absolutely. But you sell some of them out. It's the right thing. Can say go vibrant academy. Part of go vibrant academy. Apart from say a team making it to be one main team no. Obu oba appeal to foreign market. Absolutely. Be can say there's a pencil, Nisika Obama, Palm, Cheska, anyone. Those monies will come to Kotogo because fancy what on play be no saying another dealer or transfer so who plays 20 crown every mukwa. No mean you'll be a progressor, how much money do you make? People are not thinking, that's the only thing. I also need people people are not thinking, we are just talking. It's true, we are not thinking, we are talking. We are only talking. Coach.
Chairman.
Oh, yes, upon him said, you're waiting for time.
Chairman, Adiaba Kwa, me Ghana for it's been informed by Osekufo. Osekufo okay, and he say, or say what plan.
And yes, I have continued to be
now. Adiabia me menka say our biggest problem in Ghana is implementation.
There's a plan B will be bad.
Plan B, now how to implement it? Because once you begin to implement it, you step on other people's toes. Because here, kasi chamo, the serious of the matter now, yenya bring say, akwamba nu akwamba abe Kotoko adwuma da o. Kwamba Nyako sports, or he has PhD in sports economics already. Into Kwame Nimsa no way now. Why Tamawa Kotojima why implement? Because you step on other people's toes. Tia John Kufu Samokai, I was saying, person about Ghana Premier League, you know. Because ye be when you panimubi was your person fan a color B and call baby and no manoma. Now why am I saying Osekufu has say something to say? Chamo, idea ba kwa ye wo ye problem or Ghana pa propaganda any agenda.
Yeah.
Agenda setting. Me ye we am away, me ye we am away, me ye we am away. I was privileged to meet a man we call Mr. Os. He's from Germany. Now, as we met him, FIFA is trying to look out for competitions every year for age categories like under 18, under 17, under 19, and you know the UEFA has that thing already. And for them, it's like U17. I say, 2001 and 2002.
Mami Mawa you go then okay. Kakra me ko hu me call Manchester. Manchester City Academy na be no money advance Reading for Nibishia. It's one Saturday normal organizing. The Reading neighbor or the under 18, the under 16, the under 14. Under 18 for the ball pitch we so no. Under 12 for ball, under 14 for ball. So it keeps the players active.
Wonderful.
More competition experience.
Wonderful.
Yeah, dear bro.
And when you look at all of that in FIFA, FIFA did with Mr. Oofs, and he was the technical director after 2004 for your friend say Germany. Why? You know the 2004 Euros and Germany performed abysmally, and they were going to host the World Cup. So they didn't want that. So they employed him. He told them, my good friends, we should have a 10-year development plan.
And on the budget World Cup.
And I'll tell you something. In 2006, I'll give you the names of players. Omobo World Cup in 2006. Omobabe Ball 2014 World Cup. You have Schweinsteiger. At that time in 2006, Schweinsteiger was only 21 years. In Klose, he was close. In 2006, so Klose was 28 years. In then there was Michael Ballack, Philip Lam. Metasaka, your own Metasaka, Podolski. These were the part of 2006 World Cup who appeared
in 2014.
And they went to 2006, they went to 2014. I'm not talking about they going to Euros, because don't forget, in 2008, they were in the semi-finals of the Euros. In 2012, they were in the semi-finals of the Euros, and they came to Europe 2014 to World Cup. But why am I saying this? Because they realize that the national team is also a team like Kumasi Asante Kotoko. People should not forget. Every day I say this thing. The national team, which is the Black Stars, is a team like 11 Wonders, who has his objectives, and the objectives of that team depends on the kind of players you choose. For example, if 11 Wonders wants to win the league now, we might say we want Felix Annan because he might be one of the best goalkeepers. Although I believe that I have the best goalkeeper in Ghana, in Jomosi. Okay. Kizito will have the same idea. You understand? Yeah. But our problem in Ghana here is that, Chamu, we don't see the national team as a team with objectives. The only thing we see is that we have to win. Because if you have a national team with objectives and the idea is to win in the next 5 years, it preempts. Because see, going to the World Cup 2014, you remember what is his name?
World Cup Bravo.
World Cup 2020, your friend saying 14. Mokai Sami Kadira. Also the whole season before that, prior to that World Cup, one more border. No, Real Madrid, no team, no. One more border. The whole of 2013, 2014 season, one more ball. Your friends say, "Are you the World Cup?" Just imagine, Chamu, Ghana, Ignatius Sefusu, head coach of the Black Stars. Chamu Oba, Oyama, Namedine call Amo ball the whole season. Namako Tam they say, Medino call World Cup. Just imagine, they be Nibisi Ghana. Or you say, hey, play a bit the whole season when you're more ball.
Anything about gender and propaganda.
That's what I'm talking
because
about.
It looks like even radio presenters in Bibrino, they have been bought by some of the players and some player agents just to ensure that on projecting a certain player.
Exactly.
And kill this player for me because when the player in a pre-position.
And the coaches themselves
put themselves in the same
because Pejumana, he's doing propaganda with it. I tell people, for me it is unprofessional for me to come here and say maybe I might disagree with CK. There are things I will see I don't like it. When we're running shows with Kwabena, you remember our show, I always say with a hindsight analysis. CK catch the players no, but once the football is going on, it becomes what different. But when we won the job, opportunity, then it's like the other and when you go to sell yourself to Chamu, then be ready. So when he wants to also sell a player to you, you also what? Take it.
Yeah.
This is where that's why I talk about propaganda and agenda setting. That some coaches, we are doing propaganda with the job because Chamu say be free. I say no, for now can't for ethics sake. You will not condemn Obi on your show. We have people like him say, but you don't condemn on your show. But your coaches need be on shows. And to Yamada Jumana, then to some will condemn me says, remember something. Chamo will condemn you one day. Because me are damful. Me are Kwabena damful. He will condemn you one day. And don't forget, me too, I have friends who are coaches. You understand? That's why I'm saying that. I was a Ghana for in the first place. Journalists and everybody understands that the Black Stars is a team like 11 Wonders. Go setting whether we want profit or we want the national team is not a profit making venture. We have to win trophies. How do we win? Go to you have been in London before. Go to St. George's Camp and see when England's national team, the 3 Lions are training, the same time the U19s are training, the U21s are training, the U17s are training. They are all in the same facility. These ones go to train at 6 a.m. That one goes to train. They go to the dining hall at the same time. Why do they do that?
Hurricane
Why do they do that?
At least for bonding.
Thank you.
One. And now who play and will be all your inspiration.
Your mentor.
On the when
we were playing football, everybody wanted to be a better player. So can you imagine in 1998 as a young boy who was going to play in the U12? Maybe for the Ghana national team, I go to camp and I see Abedi play. Jesus Christ, you don't know what you are. That is where you even build patriotism from.
Yeah.
That is where you build patriotism from. And I'm saying all of these things are on paper, but because of propaganda and agenda setting, we are not taking it. So Sekufo, I dug my house out for him. He had the opportunity as a normalization committee member. At least he should have stressed that one. They should give us a break now. Let me give you a quote that Mourinho says. And Mourinho puts it beautifully, Chamu. I like that man. Although my coaching philosophy is not his coaching philosophy. I like that. Because it was also they have some agency they call a 90-year modeling. He's the president. He will tell you Ignatius likes Mourinho's comments, but he doesn't like his attitude. Mourinho says that an organization is as good, you see, an organization is as good as its employees. I don't know whether we understand that. It's perfect. Chamo, an organization is as good as its employees. If the FA is bad, this is what I'm going to. If the FA is bad, we should check its employees. Chamo, I want to end on this. Yes. I'm saying, it is not me who said it.
Of course.
They asked Mourinho, why does he pick certain players? You look at Mourinho's players and you like, they are mentally tough people. Even if he has flair, he has to be mentally tough. They ask him, why do you pick such a players? His answer straight. He says that, you know what? An organization is as good as its employees.
Of course. It sums it up, and of course, I mean, I'm sure you know. For instance, look at multimedia; it's as good as its employees. I mean, from top management, basically from it's just like any institution. The leader is supposed. I mean, reflected the leader, who the leader is. Well, Nyansapo no. So the can Nyansapo is an bajumba. Say and Sama Abedafo Aka my manage just worse. Let's learn from some of these things. We did the bright Kankambodu. I had the Jumedino, Yadi AC, Sedem Diga Kandi, and Monkai, as some FM. The live commentary of Bundesliga games about 130 per the minds, lives a game, now, the Baminching so game, and I'm on the entire Frankfurt to Subabono a day at Twasso. And Yadi Jumedino, Yadi AC news and